but I did have two brothers.
What were their names? Or what are their names, or were their names?
And what are their names?
Yeah.
Well, the two brothers that are gone are Bob and Walter, and my sister is Joan, and she lives up in Maine, so I don't get to see her too often.
My mom grew up in Maine also,
Oh.
and that's where my grandma lives.
Oh.
Okay.
We had one telephone. And many times it happened to me.
How well did you get along with your siblings?
Say it again, Sarah.
How well did you get along with your siblings?
Well, my sister and I, there's 12 years difference between the two of us.
Whoa.
And when we were young, we had nothing in common, but now we're the best of friends. We're on the phone almost every day.
Aw, that's nice.
Mom would get on the phone at 7:30 in the morning, and she wouldn't give it up.
Did you and your siblings ever get in trouble?
Make a phone call.
Ever get in trouble? Ever get in trouble? Well, I don't know about my siblings. If they did, they never told me. But I had a girlfriend who was a compulsive troublemaker. And whatever trouble she got in, I was blamed for too. But not seriously, just little practical jokes. That's all.
Oh, so you did have radio.
Radio was a big thing.
Do you have any kids?
Did what?
Do you have any kids?
Kids?
Yeah.
Yes, I have 3 sons and 4 grandsons. No girls. No.
Sold the first television.
No. So,
Standing outside on Mass Avenue, cold night.
Do you remember what it was like? Do you remember what it was like when one of your siblings was born?
Yeah, wasn't large.
when my siblings were born, in a way, because I was the second of 4. And I was a built-in babysitter, really. And as I said, my sister was 12 years younger than me, so I had a lot of care pushing her in the carriage. Yeah. But we always got along very well, even though we had big differences in ages. Yeah.
And I looked down, I saw this lovely, lovely creature. I said, I'm going to marry her. So we got introduced.
You think of another question. When was this? When was this?
Graduated in 42.
Was there anyone in your family who influenced you in a big way?
Say it again, please, Sarah.
Was there anyone in your family who influenced you in a big way?
Was there someone in your family who influenced you? Not really.
I'm having a hard time hearing it with all the background noise. Do you want me to finish Sarah's question? Say it again, Sarah, please.
Was there anyone in your family who influenced you in a big way?
Who did what to me in a big way?
Influenced you to do something?
No.
Not really.
No. Oh, I was the oldest. I had a set for good examples.
Where were you in World War II?
Right in the middle of it. Right in the middle of it. I was, well, it started in 1941, and I was 11 years old.
Our age.
11 years old when it started. And as I said, my sister was born in 42, so she doesn't know anything about World War II except what I told her, you know. But, yeah, we went to school and we were involved with scrap drives and selling saving stamps. And we were very involved as children. And we were proud and happy to do it, too.
What was it like? What was it like in World War II for you?
Well, it was kind of nerve-wracking because a lot of my uncles went off to fight, went overseas, and some were going to Germany and some were going to, to fight with the Japanese. And it was a long, drawn-out war, and it was good to have them all come home. unfortunately, my husband's brother was killed in World War II.
Have much because of the depression, which
Oh, you should.
Am I to ask you girls some questions too? Oh, I was going to ask you, do you have siblings?
Yeah, I have an older brother. He's 18.
Oh, uh-huh. And you?
I have a younger sister who's 10.
Oh, how nice, huh? Yeah, it's nice not to be an only child.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have one grandson who is alone. Well, his mother is a veterinarian, and she was involved in her career, you know, shortly after they married. So he wasn't born for 10 years. And yeah, so there weren't any other children. But he has lots of friends, so that kind of makes up for it. And he's getting ready to, no, in fact, he's already going, this fall, he's going into college. Yeah.
Yeah, my brother's in college right now, so I don't see him that much.
Oh, uh-huh.
He just came home for his break yesterday.
Oh, I see. Uh-huh, good. Good.
Who is one of the most important people in your life?
What did I like to do? What?
No. Who is one of the most important people in your life?
Most important people in my life.
in the neighborhood. He never left that neighborhood.
Teachers.
friends that were
Teachers. You know, I just happened to think about it. No, I did very well in school, and I think because I was anxious to learn, and I had good teachers, and to this day, I kind of take pride on what I know, and give them credit for it.
Cool.
In fact, I had a spelling bee up here about a month ago, and I won. These big, long words. I surprised myself.
Did you go to college?
No, I didn't, unfortunately. See, in the early I graduated high school in 1947. And in those days, boys were lucky to go to college. Girls, very, very few of them went to college. And now, if you don't go, you know, you almost have to go now to get a good career.
Yeah.
We would have the child.
Remember the other one where you had a piece of chalk?
Can you describe any of the games you played when you were younger?
What games we played when we were young? Oh, I was born and brought up in Chelsea, and those are some of my best years. Some of my best years. Things that weren't the way they are now, you know, with all the trouble we have. We played hopscotch. We played in a back alley in the sand, marbles. We played hide and seek. We didn't have bikes of our own in those days, but there was a nice bike shop down the street. You could rent it for a quarter for the quarter. Oh, sure. Everything was inexpensive in those days. Anything you bought was 5 cents. Oh, to get into the movies was 10 cents.
No, I mean as
On a Friday or Sunday afternoon, it would be 35 cents. They had a double feature. So everything was inexpensive. But the salaries were very small,
lot lower.
too.
Right.
Right.
And we used to type. I used to type messages from Boston to New York.
Have you ever lived in or traveled to other countries?
Say it again, please.
Have you ever lived in or traveled to other countries?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Have you ever been to other countries?
Well, I went everywhere. Right out of high school, I went in the States.
Other countries, Canada, for my honeymoon, on the way to Niagara Falls. But as far as going like over to Europe or anything like that, no. The furthest, and it's not a country but another state, Hawaii.
So that might be new to you.
No, other than that, I have.
Specific times when
Although when we were down in Aruba, we were only 15 miles from South America, Venezuela. But
Yeah.
that doesn't count. We didn't go there.
it was very close though.
Right. But we loved to travel, and we did as much as we could.
Mountains, the face of the mountain
Where were the mountains?
in Italy.
Which one?
Mount,
Oh, we went to the, well, we practiced, our camp was at 10:30.
So what grade are you both in school now?
Sixth grade.
Sixth grade. Yeah, I have my youngest grandson. See, I was pretty old before I became a grandmother. But my youngest grandson is going in the sixth grade.
Across,
That shows you. And I'm 86. So I'll never be a great grandmother, I don't think. But we'll
never
see.
know.
You never know. That's true. We have some residents up here that are over 100.
Wow. Yeah, my grandma has 3 great grandchildren.
Really?
My cousin just had twins.
See?
Yeah. You don't know?
Enjoy your young age because you know it goes by so fast.
after Rome.
And when you're older like me, you wonder where the years have gone, you know. But enjoy every bit of it.
No, not in Florida.
Okay.
We landed in there, we had just got in there. And back up the unit that was there. So we went from there all the way up the Apennine Mountain, across the full valley.
What did you enjoy most in school?
What did I do with
What did you enjoy to do most in school?
in school?
I lived a year of my life in the French.
Pardon me?
I
see.
spent a year
Well,
in the French.
I was active in school. I was in high school. I was in the high school play. In the lower grades, I went to a parochial school. And that's why I think I learned a lot too from the nuns. What I learned in the 7th grade in the parochial school, they were teaching in the 9th grade when I had to go to another school for the 9th grade. And a teacher recognized it immediately. Instead of going to classes, she had me working in the office. So, right. So that was a year that just passed by. But I don't know. We always find something good to do. You know, when we were young, of course, we spent a lot of time at the movies. You know, we didn't have television then, so Friday night we'd go to the movies. Saturday, I had a babysitting job, but I would take the young girl to the movies. They had westerns on Saturdays. And then on Sunday, we would go to the movies 3 days in a row. But that took the part of the place of television. But we always had something to do. We had dances from school, dances every Friday night. That was nice. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, and you'll be coming up to your proms and things. I bet you're looking forward to that. Huh?
Did you ever have a job, or what was it?
Did I have a job? I worked in an office of a food company. And it was only until I got married. That's another thing in those days. I didn't keep working after I had children. Once I had the children, I was a stay-at-home mom. And I never had a job after I married. But I had a lot of people to take care of. My mother, my father, my husband. My husband's been gone for a long time. And the boys, you know. The youngest one was just starting college before his father died.